very good day to each and everyone. It is my absolute joy and great pleasure to welcome you all once again to Alnaz Academy for part 6 of chapter 1 Reproduction in Lower and Higher Plants, class 12 Biology, revised syllabus 2020, which also covers NCERT unit 6 chapter 2. An entire playlist for this particular chapter will be uploaded soon, so do subscribe to Alnaz Academy so that you receive future notification. And I am your facilitator Nusrat Siddiqui to help you and to guide you, having experience of more than 15 years in the field of teaching. Here I am with yet another inspiring quote by Albert Einstein. Anyone who has never made a mistake has never tried anything new. So, it is okay to make mistakes. More important than making a mistake is the learning from it. So we should always learn from our mistakes and ensure to do better the next time. So let's start with our today's topic. As today's topic is megasporogenesis. In this, we are going to study about the formation of female gametophyte. Let us do a quick recap of Anatropous ovule, which we have already discussed in detail in our previous video. Anatropous ovule is an inverted ovule, or we can say it is upside down. It comprises of two parts, the stalk-like part, which is called as funicle, and the body-like part. The stalk-like part or the funicle do extend toward to the body-like part, which is called as raphe, and the point of extension is called as hilum. The Anatropous ovule consists of two integument, inner integument and outer integument. Within the integument, nucellus is present, and within the nucellus, embryo sac is embedded. Micropyle is towards the lower end through which the pollen tubes enter, and right opposite to the micropyle is the chalazal end. We already know that Anatropous ovule is an inverted ovule, and at the lower end we have micropyle, which is the opening through which the pollen tube enters. Just opposite to micropyle is the chalazal end, and inside we have nucellus, which is made up of many cells, and these cells are diploid in nature. Now one of the cell which is closer to the micropyle start growing bigger, and this cell is termed as megaspore mother cell. Megaspore mother cell. We have already studied about microspore mother cell giving rise to microspore, the pollen grains or the male gamete. Now we are studying about megaspore mother cell, the female gamete. We are going to focus on this structure and study the developments or changes which takes place in this. In the megaspore mother cell, that is MMC is the short form which I have written, is a diploid cell. It undergoes one meiotic division. So what happens in one meiotic division? The megaspore haploid tetrads are formed, and always remember megaspore haploid tetrad are linear tetrad. Alright. Now these linear tetrad, what happens to these tetrad? Of these tetrad, 3 will degenerate and 1 will survive. Alright. Till here is it clear? The one surviving cell which is closer to the micropyle. Now one more thing which we need to remember is whenever we are talking about the megasporogenesis or megasporophyll, it is important to indicate the position of micropyle and chalaza. So the surviving cell was towards the micropyle. So this surviving cell then enlarges, which is haploid in nature. In this cell, karyokinesis takes place, means nucleus will divide. Cytokinesis will take place little later. So nucleus is going to divide mitotically, giving rise to two nuclei. Now two nuclei are formed. These two nuclei will again undergo second mitotic division, giving rise to 4 nuclei. These 4 nuclei will again undergo the third mitotic division, giving rise to 8 nuclei. So now 3 mitotic division and we are having 8 nuclei. The megaspore has enlarged and 3 nuclei move towards the chalaza end and 3 moves towards the micropyle, 2 at the center. Now cytokinesis will take place around the nuclei which are there towards the chalaza end and towards the micropyle end. So total 6 cells will be formed. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So these are the 6 cells which is formed and one bigger cell. So how many cells are there? 7 cells. Let us count the nuclei. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 and 2 at the center. So 8 nuclei are there. So this particular structure has 8 nucleus and 7 cells. Let us understand what are the names given to these cells. So the cells which are closer or which are around the chalazal end, they are termed as antipodal. The cells which are there towards the micropyle end of these, one is a bigger cell which is called as egg cell, and around egg cell there are two synergids which has hair-like projections called piliform, and they guide the pollen tube towards the egg cell. So this complete structure, that is egg and synergids, are called as egg apparatus. The two central nuclei are called as polar nuclei. So this structure is containing of 8 nucleus and 7 cell. Let us understand what has happened so far in megasporogenesis. The one cell which is closer to the micropyle starts behaving like the megaspore mother cell, which is diploid in nature. It undergoes meiotic division, forming 4 haploid megaspore, and these 4 haploid megaspore are linear tetrad, out of which the 3 degenerates that are closer to the chalaza end and 1 survive which is towards the micropyle end. The megaspore undergoes 3 mitotic division of nuclei, that is karyokinesis, forming 8 nuclei. These 8 nuclei rearranges themselves, 3 towards the chalaza end and 3 towards the micropyle end, 2 at the center, followed by cytokinesis. Over here then 3 cells are formed towards the chalaza end which are called as antipodals, 3 which are formed towards the micropyle. Of these 3, the 2 cells are called as synergids. These synergids consist of hair-like projections which guide the pollen tube towards the egg. Egg is an enlarged cell. Now this complete apparatus, that is 2 synergid and 1 egg, it is called as egg apparatus. The 2 nuclei which are there at the center is called as polar nuclei. Megasporogenesis is the process of formation of haploid megaspore from diploid megaspore mother cell. Megaspore mother cell becomes distinguished in the nucellus more or less towards the micropyle end of the ovule. This structure is the embryo sac. This structure produces the female gamete. Hence, the embryo sac is also known as female gametophyte. The embryo sac of this type is formed in angiosperm, which is 8 nucleated and 7 celled. So let us quickly count the nucleus and the cells. First we will count the nuclei. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So 8 nuclei. Let us quickly count the cell. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and this is the central cell. So 7 cell. Such type of embryo sac is called as polygonum. So such type of embryo sac is called as polygonum, and it is also called as monosporic. Why monosporic? Because out of the 4 megaspore, 4 haploid megaspore, only one give rise to this embryo sac, and female gametophyte is colorless, and it is also endosporic in nature. Endosporic means within the megaspore and is concealed in the ovule enclosed by the ovary. That's all for today. If you have any questions, do write to me at alnazacademyofficial@gmail.com. So till we meet next time, stay safe, stay positive, do like, subscribe and share this video with your friends so that even they may benefit. An entire playlist will be uploaded soon. So till we meet next time, take care, bye bye, thank you and happy learning.